What's up, guys? Today we will be going through my disc collection. I have, I don't even know, over 300 discs, way too many. But yeah, today we're going to be going through them. It's going to be a long video, so sit back and relax. I'm going to try to go just show you every disc. Just quick show you every disc and talk about more of the interesting ones. And yeah, so on this rack here, there's also discs in this rack. But on this rack here, we have everything that isn't MVP or Discmania. And that starts from here, goes all the way down here, continues down here, and ends where that pink disc is. And then starting at that pink disc is all old Discmania. So I'm going to start with this, go into here, then I'll go into the old Discmania. And then next, all this here are tournament discs. I'll do that next. And then everything in that rack right there is all MVP, Axiom, and Streamline. So that's the stuff that I usually bag. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Alrighty, let's get into it, yo. So first, I guess I want to show you what I'm throwing. This will kind of be a little mini in the bag. But I have this Revolution bag. Got it decked out with all the zipper pulls. It's a really nice bag. It's like a shoulder bag. It's not like a backpack. It's like an old bag what the old people wear. But yeah, I'll show you what I'm throwing. Putters. What I'm putting with, we got an old proxy from the 2021 MVP Open. Yeah, super old. This, if I ever lose this, I think I'd cry. And then this is my jump putt disc. Beat up Electron proxy. Super quick. And then, if we go into here, I'm always switching out stuff in my bag, so I'm always testing stuff. So, I have it always arranged. All of these, everything here is arranged by color, because it just looks nice. But let's just start off here with some more putters. So, I have in the bag right now 2 more proxies, an Eclipse proxy, and a Cosmic Neutron Soft. This is like for gaps, and then this is like my driving proxy if I need to go really far. We have a Dan Brooks-Wells Envy for my overstable putter shots. Super nice. And then the only non-MVP mold I bag, because MVP doesn't have an equivalent to this yet, this is a Prodigy A3. Super shallow, which I like for the forehands. I've tried the Entropy, it's too deep, so go with the A3. Next up, mid-ranges. We have a few different mid-ranges here. I love mid-ranges. I prefer to throw them in the woods over than like fairways, and I can get some really good distance in the woods with these. So starting off most flippy, we have a Paradox, super flippy mid-range, and then this is a Thought Space Mana, Zoe Andike, I think. Yeah, super cool. I also bag Thought Space because they have the same plastic as MVP, so this is basically a Cosmic Neutron. So yeah, this one is super good. It's like -2 turn, super good for gaps. And then we have a Hex with amazing art on it, smiley face. Good for forehands, straight backhands. And then my overstable forehand disc. If you're not forehanding a Matrix, you should, because it's the best forehand disc ever, forehand mid-range. So yeah, get yourself one. Super good in the hand, dependable, not crazy overstable, but enough where it'll get a consistent flight. Fairways. Right now I have a good amount in here. So let's start off with the slower speeds. I have a Crave for backhands and forehands. I really like this for forehands, for flip up in the woods. If I need to hit a gap with forehand in the woods, a really tight one, this is it. And then we have a Bendy James Volt signed by James Conrad and Dan Brooks-Wells. This has been in my bag for a bit. People yell at me for bagging it, but I don't really care because I just like it. And then also a Terra, just a more overstable complement. This is my beefcake if I ever need super dependable fade. I do this. This one's signed by Sarah Holcomb, Raven Newsom, and James Conrad. And then some more fairways. These are both Insanities. This is a Fission Insanity. It's like super lightweight. If I remember correctly, it's like 150 or something. But this is crazy flippy. This is like a -4 complete roller disc, like utility disc. So that's fun. And then I have this Proton one that I use for forehands in the woods and stuff like that. flip up forehands and backhands and stuff like that. So yeah, that's all my fairways. Going on to the distance drivers here, I bag a lot of traces. Let's grab all those out. Oh wait, forgot about this, sorry. This is a Thought Space Mantra. This thing is nice and flippy, super good backhand disc in the woods. If I need to hit throw far in the woods, then this is what I go to. So yeah, super flippy guy. And then we have the traces. These are 11 speed. They're my main distance driver. But yeah, I have these. I'll go from order and stabilities. Hold on. So from most understable to most overstable. My most understable one is this Cosmic Neutron one. This is my main distance driver that I use like pretty much all the time. It's just nice, release on a good bit of hyzer, it'll pop up to flat and then get a good turn and then come back. And then this one's just an uptick from that. Little bit more stable is this Proton Trace. Really like that one. It's like some nice black one. And then I have this trace that a guy died from. I forget his name. What was his name? Whatever. Where he was at the 2022 MVP Open and he dyed this up for me. This is a Neutron Trace. This is like my headwind driver. So if there's a big headwind or if I need to throw it like a little flatter, I go to this one. And then that's also that one that I just showed is really good for forehands. That's my main forehand one. And there's another forehand one that I have is this Cosmic Neutron Trace. Just a tiny bit more stable than the yellow one. And then we have my most stable trace is this Cosmic Neutron with a tiny Maple Hill stamp. This is like if I need to go big forehands that go really far right. So yeah, I'll go to that. A few more drivers in the bag. I have this Wave. Oh, Fission Wave, super flippy. This is what I need if I ever need to get like a roller, max distance roller. This is it. This will be replaced by my red trace when I get it back. It's currently in the North Cove Pro Shop, which is like 2.5 hours away because I lost it there. But yeah, this will be going out of the bag soon for the red trace that I have, which is similar in stability. So yeah, and then I have two bombers in the bag. I just put these in. We have two octanes. This one's 164, and it is pretty stable. So if I ever need to go max distance in a headwind, I'll go to this one. And then I have this Proton octane, which is a little bit flippier and it's like really domey. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's like crazy domey. This one goes really far. So these are my two bombers. If I never need to go super far in the open, I have these. And yeah, that's the disc I carry in my bag. I'll show you the disc I carry in my practice bag. So, here's my practice bag. I have my putters up top and then I have distance discs on the bottom. So when I'm training in the field and I'm practicing my distance, I have a bunch of high-speed drivers there because it's fun to throw far. So up here I just have, oh, there goes my rangefinder, but I have a variety of proxies, putting proxies. So yeah, this one actually is orange smelling. It's a prototype where they put like orange scented stuff and it actually smells like orange if you get a big whiff of it. But yeah, that one's interesting. Then a little Huck Lab one that I got a long time ago. But yeah, these are my putting proxies. Yeah. So next, here we have the distance discs. I'll just get out some of the fun ones. Here we have, these are the discs that I'm practicing in, so they're obviously just all made to go really far, and that's what I bag them for. So first we have a 140 gram destroyer. Blizzard Destroyer, Super Bomber. Okay, we have a 160, 170 gram Shrike, Blizzard Shrike, and then this guy is a 138 gram Blizzard Boss. I haven't thrown it in like a full wind yet, but I think if I have a good day where it's like tail left to right, 500 feet easily. So yeah, that's the plan. So then we have some more distances in here. MVP Relativity, 14.5 speed, super flippy. What else we have? We have a D3 Max and a D2 Max. I haven't tested these out yet. I tested them out once, and so far they fly really far. So interested to throw those more. I can't throw a ton because of my knee, It is healing, but I'm only able to practice like throw distance at least like maybe once like a week or something max. Just because I can't overload this knee or else it's just going to relapse and get garbage. And then I also found this Albatross by Daredevil Discs at another round, and it just looked cool, so I put it in the bag. This in the bag. 14 speed. It's actually kind of flippy. There you go. And then we have up next, we have this Busby Line G-Star Corvette. This thing goes so far. So besides the octanes and stuff, like this might be one of the most farthest flying discs I throw right now for distance. This is the one I got 460 with, which is my best throw ever. And it's just really domey, perfect flip up turn, and I love it. So yeah. And then we have some more MVP discs. I'm trying to bag the octane, so I got a bunch more octanes to practice with. Let's see how many we got here. Oh, perfect. So we have this plasma octane first, testing that out. Pretty nice. Yeah, I like it. And then these fission octanes. This one, we have 174, 175, and then 164. So I have one of the 164s in my bag, another one right here, and then two 175s. So I'm testing these out, and hopefully they become my new like bomber discs, so I can trust them. And then lastly, we have a proton relativity. This one's a little bit more stable than the regular relativity. Haven't tested it out a ton yet, but yeah. And then a plasma catalyst, which is kind of the same as like a Mayhem, I guess. But yeah, that's the bags. That's the stuff I bagged for in my practice bag. So now we can get into the discs. Alrighty. So before we get into this, I want to just show these four right here. These are like my most, I guess, sentimental discs that I have right now. And first we have James Conrad signed, brand new 2021 MVP Open Nomad. This one is a limited edition, and I have other ones that are signed by James Conrad, but this one's like super new, so I like that one. And then we have the first disc golf disc I ever owned and I ever bought. It is a Innova DX Dragon. Has a bunch of fun stuff in the back. Don't steal my number. But it, I ran it over with a car at one point, like folded it completely in half. And now it's like the flippiest disc ever. So this one's super fun. I'm never going to bag it, but it's just cool to have, say you have the first disc golf disc you ever bought. And then we have a Color Glow DD3 from the 2019 Christmas Discmania mystery box. And this one I got signed by a bunch of people: Matteo, Greg Busby, Garrett Gerthy, Big Germ, I think a few more. But this one's really fun. This is when I started. I got a Discmania mystery box, so I threw this one a ton. And this one like kind of, I don't know, I just used it a bunch when I started, and it's just a really cool disc to have. So yeah. And next we have a, what is this, DX Destroyer from Solitude Resort in Utah. This is from when I went on a road trip across country, and I got to play some cool courses, including the Fort. And one of the places we stopped was Solitude Resort in Utah, and they had a disc golf course on a ski mountain. And it was just so cool to play. And it was so fun, so I had to get a Destroyer, a yellow Destroyer, to commemorate it. You'll see with all these discs, I have a bunch of yellow. Really no blue because it's the worst color ever. But yeah, yellow is the best color ever. So yeah, I got this. Actually, on the last hole, it's a 1,000-foot par 3, because that's how downhill it is. And Parker that day threw a Mako 3, 1,111 feet, and it was just crazy to watch. So that was some fun memories. Now we can get into this row right here, which is everything that isn't MVP or just Mania. So what do we got in here? Do I go through every one? That's gonna take so long. I guess I'll just show some of the cool ones, I guess. I don't even know what I remember I have. I have a bunch of Mind Kill discs scattered out through here. Here's a Rock 3 from the MKDGC Championship. I was excited for this year. I'm registered for both Pro and Am. Hopefully I don't blow up. What else we got in here? Oh, here's a Yukon disc wings. I put this one in acetone and it like messed up the stamp. That was cool. Whipple City disc. Super beat up Destroyer. Bunch of random weird discs. Wild discs. Very cool. This is all random discs. More MKBGC discs. Here's a Zion. This is like the weirdest disc ever. I've never seen anyone throw these. Latitude 64. What else? Oh, here's an interesting one. California disc. This is one for this company. They have like an ace bounty. So if you ace with one of their discs and it's like a new record or something, you get like money. But you have to have like a video of it, obviously. That was fun. We have this disc with a cow bumblebee on it. I literally forgot the name of it, but like yeah. One day I just bought a bunch of like random ass discs on Infinite. And that was fun. Oh, here's an A3 from the Part 2 course that I died terribly. Tried to do like Simon die that he has on his PD, but didn't work. Alrighty. Mint disc Longhorn. This one's cool, like a nice forehand disc. Discraft, no one likes Discraft. Just got this guy. This new Air Spectrum plastic, yo. Absolutely monies. It feels amazing. I might have to buy more of this Air Spectrum plastic, but this is an F7. Super crazy flippy. I just got this from playing in a tournament recently. So yeah. And then, what else? Here's a random Gateway disc that is overmold. And I got it at Maple Hill for like $5. And yeah, I just got it because it was overmold and it was Gateway. So had to get that. Never thrown it. Don't even know how to fly it. What else? More of an AVR Rhino X. Old beat up Buzz. And then we got, here's a disc from the Blatnick Breeze. Shout out Jeff Wykowski. One of the best TDs in the Northeast. G-Star Daedalus. Beyond the Pines disc. What is this? Undertaker? Central Park. Very cool. Then we have some cool ones here. We have, these are from Callie McMorrin. I think I both got those at one of her tournaments. These are Fruit Loops T-Bird 3 and a Garrett Girthy Bogey Free Beaver State Fling disc. Bottom stamp Wraith. Super cool colors. Just look at them. Look like the sun. Look like stars. Yeah. Swirly Boss. Here's A4. I tried out some of the A series. Just didn't end up bagging this one. A4. Not bad. Kind of similar to A3. What else? Oh. Shout out Tucker Kozlowski. He's my boy. We got him signed. I think this is the first ever Tucker signed disc. So if he ever goes super big, which he will, I got the first signed disc. So yeah. There we go. Next disc. Scorpius A5. Not really that good. It was. I thought it was gonna be flippy and it just wasn't. Firebird. Eagle. It's an AGL disc. I tried some of their discs. It's a, what the hell is this? Ponderosa. It's one of the pines out in Utah around there, somewhere around there. Another Gateway weird ass Gateway disc. Got it from Maple Hill. Really cool. Okay, continuing. Pro Discus, don't know what that is. Disc Destroyer, the FD8 Stork. Like, this is when I just bought a bunch of weird discs on Infinite, but this is a cool company. They make these cool discs. This is the same mold, the Stork. And, yeah. Thought it looked cool, bought it, didn't bag it. That's kind of my story with buying discs. Okay, next up. Whipple City Roadrunner, I think. Capital Disc Destroyer, this one goes pretty far. Gator. Cool stamp. Ready? That's my battery at. I can't even tell. Rock, old DX Rock. Trying to see so you can hopefully see. Oh, here's a cool one, interesting one. PJ approved Lone Star disc. Oh, this is Lone Star? This is old Lone Star. Holy cow. I never even knew this was Lone Star. It's called the MIDI. I got it like freaking year ago. Or 2 years ago maybe. Year ago? I don't know. But this is an old Lone Star before they were mainstream. But yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. Alrighty. Discraft. Discraft is my least favorite company. Sorry, but yeah, we got some Page Pier stuff. I also just got this new Lone Star the other day. Armadillo. It's like a weird Berg type pig mold thing. But yeah, pretty cool. Haven't thrown it. I just got it because it was yellow and it looked cool. Yeah. Keep continuing. I have a bunch of these CDO discs. Pretty cool colors. A bunch of the yellow ones I snagged. We have 1,000 Acres Ranch. Roadrunner, I think. Pretty cool. Dan Doyle. Mark Damey. Yeah, there you go, Mark. But yeah, super fun guys. Shout out them. They made a great course. More Wraith. Another Gateway mold. Disc Golf Vermont. I got this when I played at NADGT tournament. It's a leopard. Cool stamp. Very cool. Here's a Colt that I spin dyed like 2 years ago with a Sharpie. Very nice. AGL disc. Flexi Gallum. Very cool. Super Flexi Overstable Zone type disc. I tried to do this like tree dye on this Vulcan. It was like a test. You can tell me how that is, but it's not that cool. There's like supposed to be mountains in the background, but yeah. Whatever. What do we have next? We have a CAC Z. I used to throw this a tiny bit, but super cool plastic. K1 soft, CAC Z, cool disc. Next, another CDO disc. I have a Berg in here. Mountain Berg. Got this a long while ago. Cool disc. We have, oh, a Zone. I do have a Zone. Dang, I never knew I had a Zone. Oh, this is Mark Damey's disc. He gave it to me. Zone. What else we got? Here's a Discraft Buzz that I spin dyed. Paul Macbeth, 5-time world champion, with a Sharpie. I wiped the bottom part too because it just, I don't know why, but yeah, that's pretty cool. That is the first row done. So yeah, I'm going to check the battery. Oh, Jesus. Alright, before someone asks, I know this is going to ask this. Up here, I have some rocks that I got from across the country. Like this one's from Mount Hood. Got ones from all across the country when I went on my road trip. Here is some stuff that I got from like an abandoned factory. So this is like a big bolt. And then up here I have some stuff that I would turn down the lathe that I made myself. Here's a little snowman guy. Other stuff like this, where is it? I have this goblet that I made. Has a ring that's like captive on there so it doesn't come off. That's pretty cool. And then I have some little bowls, little Christmas trees, some spinning tops. So yeah, that's it. That's the stuff I made. Oh yeah, continuing. So we have this bottom row. We're going to continue. Discmania starts right here, so I guess we'll keep going. Hope we not freaking tip over. So we have another Rhino that I spin dyed and just wiped everything except the end of it. That one's pretty clean. G-Star Rhino. Greg Hill. I know you like rhinos. Here you go. Come buy it. No, I'm just kidding. What else? AVR, DX AVR, two of them. Sonic. Threw it for a little bit. Pretty cool. Here's AGL Magnolia. It's a fun disc. Very cool. What else is this in here? DX Mirage. Flippiest disc ever. Contender. Super beat up AVR. An Archer. Discraft. I don't know how old this disc is. I think it's discontinued, but Innova Wolf. There we go. Very cool. Next up, we have a Baobab. When I ordered my, like, all the AGL discs you've seen, I ordered them all at once. And, oh Jesus, here's a visitor. There you go. But I ordered it all at once and they sent me this extra, which was super nice. It's like a double stamp. So yeah, AGL discs are nice. What else we got? Another CDO disc. Calvin Heimberg Destroyer. I don't know if anyone can tell me what year that is. I don't know. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, next up. A2, Base Blast A2. Here's basically the brother to the Baobab. Basically the same disc as the RDG Stego. Super overshare. We can see the flight numbers there, but 4014. Insane. We got Raptor legs. What the hell is this? Is it Innova? Oh yeah. Saki Bomb Raptor legs Mako 3. Very cool. Next up, oh god, this thing, dude. You hear that? That's the sound of the hardest plastic you've ever seen. This is me trying to flex it as hard as I can. You ready? It fucking barely moves. Look at that thing. It won't move because it's freaking wax. It is a Gusso Driver Ultimate Performance Golf Disc Series. Look at that thing. Flippy. I think we found this on the course one day. Stupid. Nuke. Wilcox Willow Nuke. And then we have this old, what is this, Rock 3. Okay. Very flu. I have one actual blue disc. That's because I won it. I would never buy a blue disc. But we have this Team Innova Roadrunner. Pretty cool. Yeah. And then we have a few more discs. 3 more until Discmania starts. Oh god, this one we found at Christ the King up in Greenwich, New York. We call this one the poop disc because it looks like poop. And it's just kind of a meme between me and Parker. The Checkered Flag Open 2018. I have no freaking clue what this is. But yeah, poop disc. There you go. Next up, we have a Quake. I found this the other day. There was no name or number, so DGA Quake. Very cool. And then we have this disc that I found in Warwick back up in New York. But this is a Saint that looks like it's been burnt, but it hasn't. It's just been sit at the bottom of a muddy river. But yeah, you can barely freaking see it. Saint, Latitude 64, I think. But yeah, that's all the discs that I have on MVP or Discmania. Now we will get into, I have a bunch of old Discmania right here. David Martin, if you're watching, you're going to get excited about this. But yeah, let's get into that. Alrighty, time for the Discmania. Okay, so first up we have Magician. No. This is this is a Magician. It's like a fairway driver. Discmania brush stamp. We have a Link. Base Plastic Maestro. We have a Tactic. Exo Soft that I spin dyed with a Sharpie. Very cool. Next up, we have a Dark Maul 2 that I also spin dyed. What is this? A PD. Avery Jenkins PD. Very old. I think I found this on the course and I spin dyed it. But yeah. Next up, we have a G-Star PD2. You guys see this kind of. We have an Essence that I wiped, except the Evolution. The first run Essence, I guess. Very cool. Another spin dye. I don't even know what this is. I think it's like a PD maybe, but that's a cool one that I found. We have a C-Line DDX. I'll move this stool out of the way so you guys can see. C-Line DDX. We have this like P2, base plastic P2. We have a Colorado stamp. Fly Green. Fly Green? Isn't that a disc golf shop? I feel like I've been there. That might be the one that I'm thinking of in Denver, but Fly Green, Colorado, whatever. There you go. What else is in here? We have an MD2, TDX. This is old disc. I used to throw this one a lot. Huck Lab S-Line CD3. Very cool disc. I used to throw a lot. But yeah, now it's on the shelf. Next up, PD2, S-Line PD2, C-Line TD, I think. Yep. We have a S-Line P3X, S-Line FD. We have this one. This is one of the ones I got when I started. I wrote on it yellow disc with a smiley face, and it's a G-Line CD2, flippy guy, super fun. Next up, we have a what the hell was this? I think this was also a CD2. One of the Misty boxes that they did. MD3, G-Line MD3, P1X, baseline P1X, baseline P3X. Oh god, we have a, what the hell is this? PDX. Whatever, PDX. Sensei, Magician from one of the mystery boxes. And yeah, what else in here? Oh, we have this old Metal Flake C-Line FD with like a triple foil, like cowboy stamp. That one's pretty cool. I don't know, I think some of these could be worth some money since they're old, out of production Discmania, but I don't know. I gotta ask David on that one. Continuing, we have 3 left. We have this Huck Lab Method, and then a Sensei and a Maestro. So yeah, that is all my Discmania. Oh, wait a second. There's more Discmania on the bottom rack. Let's go through that, I guess. Come here. Forgot about this. Spin dyed MD4 C-Line. We have another heart stamp when they did the COVID thing. FD3, C-Line FD3. This is like the worst disc ever. Never buy this. It's a Mentor. With a garbage spin die. But it says -2. It's not. It's a 0 turn. It's so overstable. But yeah, worst disc ever. Essence. Magician base plastic. Here's a Huck Lab C-Line DD, I think. We have a Glow DDX. And then I did manage to get one of the tilts. First run tilts. And then a link. So yeah, that's actually all my Discmania. Now onto the tournament stuff. I don't know if you can see, there's a blue Discraft Nuke holding up my shelf because it's like my least favorite disc in my collection. But yeah. Okay. Let's go here. We have, first up, I don't know how bad is this camera angle. It's not terrible. I guess we'll do it like half of the time. We have Trilogy Challenge, whatever this disc is. Circuit Challenge. Anode? Nomad? I don't know. This was fun. A lot of cool discs that came. MKDGC Championship last year. Super fun tournament. Super excited for this year. It's going to be so fun. Stony Kill Scramble, another MVP tournament that I had to go to because it was MVP. Alex Potts did a great job. Super fun. 2022 Ripple City. Boom. Shout out Greg Hill again. Jim and Hume, Money, tournament directors. Spring Fling. 2021. Very cool. PA3. I think that was Mike Schwartz's tournament. Next up, we have the last tournament. Oh no, this is 2021. Battle of Saratoga, 2021. One of my favorite tournaments, if not my favorite tournament in New York. Because it's just because my first and my last tournament I played there. So super fun. And that's why I love Heiser. April Showers, 2021. Super fun. April Showers 2022. There we go. Wilcox Wow. Wilcox Wow. I don't know, that was probably 2021. I don't even know what it says. Whatever. Electricity Classic 2022. That was fun. And another Bladnick Breeze disc 2022. So yeah, that's that. And then get into these. We have 1,000 Acres. I played a 1,000 Acres tournament. Super fun. Blues at Burbine 2021. I shot so bad here. I always shoot bad at Burbine. It's such a hard course for me. But yeah. Stony Kill Scorcher 2022. That was a fun tournament. I think that was where I shot my highest rated round. I could be wrong though. Oh no, it almost was, but then I had dead center spit out, which would have been my highest rated round, but it was close. Wilcox Willow 2021. This is a pretty disc. I think it's a Buzz. Maybe? Whatever. Whipple City 2021. I think I have a 2022 same. They look basically the same. And then Beyond the Pines. I don't remember. Wait, 2022. Okay, next. Here we go. Last of the tournament disc here, folks. We have Battle of Saratoga. This is the last tournament I played in. 2022 Battle of Saratoga. Super fun. And then we have the first tournament I ever played in. Battle of Saratoga. This one's really special. 2020 Battle of Saratoga. This is the only tournament I played in 2020. So yeah. Cool that I have those. Next up, we have a Stockyard Open. This is where I shot absolute garbage at because it was snowing and my hands were cold. And I grip locked it because my hands were freezing. So yeah, there we go. Boom. 2022. CDO. I don't remember if this was 2021 or 2022, but CDO, Zone. And then JPUG Jammer. This is the one that Parker won when a playoff against Tucker. But yeah, 2021 JPUG Jammer. I don't think we went to the 2022. That could have been when we were in Vermont. But yeah. There we go. That's all my tournament discs. Stay tuned. In this rack here, we have a bunch stocked full of MVP, Axiom, and Streamline. And yeah, I'll show you guys that. Here we go. It's hard to get a good camera angle with all the shelves in the way, but here we have my MVP, Axiom, and Streamline collection. In some thought space, because they're basically the same thing. But basically, since these are the ones I throw, I don't organize them by color. I organize them by speed and stability. So on this bottom rack starting here, we have all the putters. And I have all the molds. So I have the most understable molds to the most overstable molds. I also have the plastics all right next to each other. I have the stability of the mold. So say I have a more understable proxy versus a more overstable proxy. I have those in order that way. So it goes the putters here, then it goes on to the putters, 4 speeds, mid-ranges, my understable mid-ranges, then we have overstable mid-ranges, going on to the understable fairway drivers and more overstable fairway drivers. Continuing up here, we have the control drivers, more understable over to overstable control drivers, and then distance drivers from understable to overstable. So I have it all laid out that way. That way, if I ever need to switch anything out of my bag or find a disc quickly, I can. And if I need to like stable up for something or switch it out, whatever, I can. So that's how I do it. Let's get started. Down at the bottom, I can show you my crazy proxy collection. Actually, not first is the proxy, but I have this glitch that I like did a little mountain die on. Lab second, like misprint glitch. I had a brand new MVP Open glitch that they had at the 2022 MVP Open, and I threw it in the lake on hole 1 with no name or number. And it was one of 65 ever made. And it was so annoying because it had like a small MVP Open stamp on it, and I threw it in the lake. But I am on the pro list. They put me on there because they're really nice, and that's like a list of the pros that lose their disc at Maple Hill. So hopefully, even though I had my name and number on it, I don't think there's many pink glitches in the lake at hole 1 at Maple Hill. So yeah, hopefully I get that back. But I haven't gotten anything yet, and it's been like 6 months. So next up, we have, I don't even know what this is. Ion? Anode? Ion? Ion. Old ass Ion. One of the first MVP discs I ever got. We have, next up, let's grab all the proxies, shall we? So I have a bunch of proxies in my bag. I have more proxies in here. These are all proxies. Oh, there goes my disc. But these are all proxies. Let's start off with the neutron ones. I have some 3 neutron ones here. Here's the one that I did a mountain die on, with trees and sunset. Wow, very cool. Then we have some other neutron proxies, in case I ever want to do those. We have a couple plasmas. These I don't really like. They're not like, I don't know, I just don't like the plastic as much. I much prefer neutron. So that's why I don't bag those. And then we have some neutron soft ones. So with the neutron soft proxies, this one is a first run proxy. This was before they put flight numbers on them. I did wipe the things that I said there. It said like proxy or something, but this one doesn't have flight numbers. This is like the first MVP disc I ever got, I think. But this one's really flippy. Well, not really flippy, it's like basically a regular proxy. But the new neutron soft ones, like this one almost flies like an envy. So neutron soft, new ones can be really overstable. So that's something to look for. And yeah, that's the proxies that I have. Super cool. If not my most favorite MVP mold. But yeah, I find myself switching to the overstable proxies as I like throw flatter and my arm speed increases. I think these neutron proxies and these neutron soft ones are going to be really cool once I get to know them. We have a few pilots, one in base plastic and one in cosmic neutron. Don't throw pilots. I don't know, I just never got used to them. I just threw the proxy instead. Next up, we have Envies. Here are some of my envies. I have 4 envies, plus the Dan Books ones, well, one in my bag. Go through that. We have a James Conrad World Champ envy. We have MVP Open 2021 Cosmic Neutron James Conrad envy. Base plastic, known carriers, and then a Prism Plasma one with this cool stamp. They have this guy on it. I don't even know what he's called, but he's on the proxy. I think he has a name, but they have him on a lot of the MVP Open stamps. Yeah. Envies, very cool. Next, going up in stability, the last of the 3 speeds, we have some stabilizers. I threw these a little bit, but I just switched them out with the A3. They were really good for forehands. Slightly more stable than the Envy. It's like it just touch a slower zone. But yeah, pretty cool disc. And then we have, how many fucking entries do I have? Alrighty. We have 4 entropies. I don't even throw entries. I probably should if I want to go all MVP, but they're just so deep for the forehands. I think they have a new mold in the works though, which is similar to a zone, which is slightly slightly shallower than the entropy. So hopefully that will go in my bag. Next up, entropies. 2 neutron ones. Lab second, guys. I really want to dye this one, but yeah. 2 neutron ones. Cosmic Neutron entropy. And then here's a 2022 MVP Open with the Maple Hill stamp. Very cool. Entropy plasma. So yep, that's the entropy. Oh fuck. Next up. We have, starting with the flippy mid-ranges now. Most flippy, we have this Vertex. I think this is out of production. It's a super flippy mid-range, similar to the Uplink. It's basically the same thing. And then we have 5 Uplinks. I used to throw the Uplink before it got just too flippy for me. And then I bagged the Mana now, or the Mana. But we have a Neutron one. Here's one from the Gyropalooza. I think this is Neutron Soft. But these, and then I have some more Neutron and Neutron Soft, just in various colors. I think I bought, one time I accidentally bought like extra Uplinks from like Infinite or something. And I just didn't see in my cart. And I'm just stupid. But yeah, now I have too many Uplinks. Next up, we have 2 Echoes from the Circuit Challenge. Really fun disc. This is similar to like a Hex. Super glidey, super flippy. But yeah, these are both Cosmic Neutron Echoes. Might bag this, we'll see. I am looking for a disc in between the Hex and the Mana. And then we have, of course, the Hex. I have 5 of them. Starting off, we have the Lizardle. I did try to throw this, but it just wasn't as stable as I thought it was. I wanted it to be just a hair overstable, like more, at least a noticeably more overstable than the Hex, like the glow runs usually are, but it wasn't. It was just the same as my regular Hex. So I put it on the shelf, and it's blue, which is bad, and purple and pink, which are like my least favorite colors ever. So sadly I can't bag it. Next up, we have some more Hexes. This is like I call this the Kobe Bryant Hex because it's like the color of the Lakers. Very cool, kinda. Special Stamp Hex, first run. Another round Disc Golf Hex. You probably can't see that, but it's a local shop here in Charlotte. And then the MVP Open Fission Hex. This one's like 150 class. I did some little dots on it, like the yellow dots and the yellow ring. Yeah, this one was fun. I threw this a little bit. But yeah, those are my Hexes and my Echoes. Alrighty. That's it for the bottom shelf. Now we are getting into this middle shelf where I have more mid-ranges and fairway drivers. Starting off with the Reactor. I think I have 1 Matrix in here as well. Starting off with the Reactor, I guess. Oh wait, let's go back. Fuck. Alrighty, Reactors. I have a few different plastics here. First one, we have this Dan Books Wells Fission Reactor. 157 grams. This one I tried to throw forian, but it was just too light, and I found the Matrix, which is shallower, and it's just better than reactor for forians. Neutron, here's a fission reactor, also super light. Huck Lab, fun. Cosmic Neutron Lab, second reactor, and then the Headless Horseman Open reactor, glow reactor. I didn't play in this, but Jamin Hume gave this to me because he knew I like reactors. So thank you, Jamin Hume. And I threw it, and it was fun for forians for a little bit, but then I got to the Matrix. So yeah, that's all my reactors. And then this Electron Matrix, I also bought off Jamin Hume, I think, but this one I got an ace with actually at SPAC, hole 8, hole 8B, just money. I think it was like one of the first throws I threw with this. I got an ace with it. So Electron Matrix, it's like super warped and beat, but this one's like much flippier than a regular Matrix, like even more flippy than a Hex. But yeah, usually the Matrixes are more stable than the reactors, so that's why it's up here. Next up, we have the Pyro. I used to throw the Pyro a lot for like mid-range forehands, but now I just have the Matrix for some reason, just because the Matrix has a little bit more glide and it just feels better in the hand for forehand. First up, we have a Prism Neutron Pyro. I love this plastic so much that I got another one. This one I got signed by Dan Brooks Wells. And then we have a Prism Proton Pyro that I got from my friend. And then, I think this is the same one. I got this from like a tournament or something, but that's a cool stamp. I did have a Dan Brooks Wells Prism Proton Pyro out of his bag that he gave to me because I fished it out of the water when he came for CDO in 2021, but I lost it. And it was signed by him, and it was like this cool pyro, but now it's gone, so that's why I got this one signed by him. But I wish I could have that back. That's okay. Next up, we have a Runway, like the Streamline version of a pyro. Super fun, Cosmic Neutron. And then we have the MVP version of the pyro, maybe slightly more stable. Here's the last of the mid-ranges I have, is the Deflector. Super stable, like the tilt of mid-ranges. Crazy overstable. Here's a Lab second Neutron and a regular Neutron, but this one was fun. Yeah, cool disc. And now we are getting into the fairway drivers. That's it for the mid-ranges. Flippiest fairway drivers, let's go. Starting off, we have flippiest of the fairway drivers. We have a Signal, Neutron Signal, like a -3 turn, 6 speed, super flippy. Then we have the Streamline Ascend. It came out last year. This is a cool colorway, blank stamp, but this one's like really flippy as well. And then we have 2 Rhythms from the Circuit Challenge. This is a really fun fairway driver. It's like a super glidey guy, 7 speed. This is a really good beginner disc, and a lot of people like it, so definitely try that one out. Oh, forgot about this. We have a switch that I found. I think I bought this at the Maple Hill Pro Shop as one of the used discs. It's like kind of flippy. Out of production, I think, now, but fairway driver. And then we have the stack of relays. I used to throw the relay a lot. I don't anymore because, I don't know, I just phased out of using... I used to fan grip these is what I did, and I just phased out of using fan grip for anything over mid-range. So now I don't throw these because I have like the Crave now, and I have no reason to throw like a flippy mid-range because I would power grip these now, and for some reason the 6-speeds kind of feel weird to power grip. I might bring them back in my bag, but we'll see. So starting off, bunch of relays here. We have the PDGA Turtle. When I joined PDGA, it was a relay, super light, like 157. That's a fun one. I have a bunch of different weights and stabilities because like I like bagging the same mold and having like different plastics determine how the same mold flies. So like you see, I bag like 5 traces because I like the trace and I like having different flights with the same disc. Neutron 172. 150 gram, 163 actually. That was a good one. This one I erased and drew on with like a Sharpie, so I like traced it. That's why it's all like squiggly. Yep, another Neutron. Here's one from the Disc Golf Pro Tour Championship. in 2021, I believe. Cosmic Neutron Relay. I threw this one a lot. That was cool. Then we have two more Cosmic Neutrons. One's 168, one's 157. Again, just wanted some different flights there, but Relay is a super underrated disc. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. Moving on, here we have some Craves and some other discs. So first off, this is a Crave. I found this on a course somewhere. Or no, it was from Maple Hill, I think. It has a bunch of dog bites, and you're wondering what that Sharpie is. Look at that. It fits my hand. I traced around my hand because this is the only good spot you can actually hold the disc, because the rest of this has dog marks and scratches everywhere. And it was just a super fun, flippy disc. And I would pull this out of my bag in tournament because it is legal, because it has no holes. It's close to being holes, but they're not. So I would pull this out in tournament, people would be like, what the hell is that? Because it's basically a chew toy. But it was super fun to throw flippy. I actually did use it. And then we have a Maple Hill Open Crave. I did get pretty much all the Maple Hill stamps because I'm like that. But I guess, yeah, whatever. Maple Hill Crave. Very cool. And then we have three drifts. The drift is a Streamline mold. It's another fairway driver, slightly flippy. It says -2, yeah. I thought it said -1, but Neutron one, I think. I don't know. Neutron, it looks like, lap second. Another Neutron drift, and then a Proton drift. Tested these out a little bit. They're good. They feel good in the hand for backhand. That's kind of why I bought them, but yeah. Cool. Next up. We have some overstable fairway drivers now. I guess I'll grab this here because this is one as well. Alrighty, starting off. Resistors. Resistor. I love the resistor. I'm not throwing it right now because I have the Crave and the Volt, but these things are so money for forehands. Oh my god. I have 3 different plastics here. They each fly different. This one is a Neutron, which is 166. This is a perfect flip up forehand. It's like a mini trace. It feels really good for forehands. And then we have a 175 one that was a little bit more stable. And then this Beefcake Eclipse resistor, which was super beefy. So I could get 3 different flights out of the same mold. So that was super fun. I love this disc. Next up. Alrighty, we have the Volts and the Terras. I guess we'll go through the Volts first. The Volt is one of the staple MVP fairway drivers. James Conrad bags it. A lot of pros bag it because it's like that nice straight to stable finish, like a T-Bird or anything else that the pros need. And wait, oh, I have something else in here. A shock. Out of production. But yeah, stable guy, I guess. Next up, Volts. Here we have Lab Second Neutron. We have a Plasma. And then we have 2 Huck Labs. One in Fission. This one's like 150 grams, 158 grams. And this one's a max weight Cosmic Neutron Huck Lab guy. I used to throw this one a lot. But yeah, it's a good disc. Next up, we have the Terra, which is like the Volt's overstable brother. Basically the same feel in the hand as a Volt. It feels almost identical. I guess just the parting line is a tiny bit higher. This is one of the James Conrad signature discs. First up, we have this beautiful MVP Open Disc Golf Pro Tour, I think, stamp. Yeah, Maple Hill 2022. Baller, had to get it, I guess. And then we have yellow one. This is one of the James Conrad ones. Has his signature stamp on it. But yeah, Terra, super cool disc. Yeah. And that, I think, is it for the fairways. Well, I guess if you count 9 speeds as fairways. Get back in there. Alrighty. Now we're on to the 9 speeds, folks. And let's start off with these guys. Starting off, we have an Impulse. So -3 turns, super flippy, good for rollers. Yeah, not much else to say about that. Here's a disc that I used to bag a lot before I got the Mantra and the Insanity. It just got too flippy for me because I started throwing a little faster and a little flatter. But the Virus, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Viruses here. Starting off, Special Edition. I think this is Fission maybe, or Neutron. But that one was cool. Yeah, I just got it because it was special, I guess. Neutron Virus. Yep. Next up, we have a few Proton ones here. This is the one I threw. These are the ones I threw mainly. I think some of them are lighter. Like this one's like 162, I guess. But super money in the woods. Just like Big Hyzer, flip up, flat, turn. It's like same numbers as the Roadrunner. 9.5, -3. But yeah, Proton Virus. These were a little bit more stable. That's why I bagged them. But yeah, fun. And then there's this thing. I think I got this in like a mystery box or something. It says Virus, but it's just not. It is very stable for a Virus. Like very, very stable. This is like a -1 turn because the glow plastic, I think they fixed the glow plastic recently so that it's not crazy overstable counterparts. But I got some mystery box glow Virus and it's very stable. But yeah, super fun. And yeah, that's the Virus. Okay, next up we have first we have the Mantra. The Mantra in that bag. I also got another one at MVP Open. This is basically a plasma Mantra. I don't know what the actual thought space. Ethereal. Yeah, but basically plasma, same freaking plastic. Same, flies the same as the regular one, so that one goes in. And then we have a few lifts here. The lift is a 9.5 -2. Feels good in the hand for backhand. Used to bag them a little bit, but I don't know, I just didn't bag them anymore. This MVP Open 2021. This is like a little swirly Proton lift. This one's cool. Special edition lift with the blimp, Proton, Huck Lab, a Neutron lift, and then a Cosmic Neutron lift. Yeah, and that's all my lifts. It's a fun disc. I don't know. Just never really ended up bagging it. Next up, we have Instability. From the lift is the Insanity, an Axiom mold. And we have a bunch of plastics. I bought like a bunch of Insanities because I wanted to try all the plastics. And so I did. I bought a bunch. And that's why I have some in my bag. I am bagging it right now, but I'm testing out all the other plastics as well. But first up, I just found 2 Insanities in the past week, which is pretty crazy on the course. First up, we have this Fission Insanity. This one feels good for backhand. It's a little bit more domey for some reason. But this one I'm liking. It's like max weight Fission. There was a Fission Insanity that I got an ace with, but I lost it at one of the courses here, which is annoying. But that one was good as well. But Fission Insanity, super fun. Then we have Cosmic Neutron. Then Proton. This is like I think the one in my bag, the Proton Insanity in my bag is lightweight. This one's heavyweight. And I like the lightweight better for forehands because I have a noodle arm forehand. So here's another Proton. And then there's these two. This is the special edition Insanity. You can see how freaking dirty it is. But haven't thrown this one yet. And it's blue, which is bad. So it's probably going to stay on the shelf. And then there's this Glow Insanity that I found the other day. And this one I'm looking forward to. I have not thrown it yet at all. But hopefully it's a more stable version of the Insanity, which will be good for forehands. And yeah, I'm excited to try that one out. And that's the Insanity. Next up. What is next up? Like this. We have the last of the fairway drivers or control drivers, as some would say. We have a Tesla. A guy gave me this at SPAC. We met up at SPAC and we played around. And he gave me this because he was super nice. And yeah, sorry I'm not throwing it, but it was just a little weird for forehands. But yeah, cool disc. A lot of players throw the Tesla. I know Simon's throwing it now. So yeah, next up. Prototype. Glow. Inertia. This one glows blue, I think, which is cool. But they did a little prototype thing. This one's really good for forehands. The inertia is a -3, I think, regularly. I could be wrong on that, but I think it's a -3 turn, but this one is not. This one's like a -1 turn. Pretty beefy. So the glow plastic, the older ones are very, it's like the more beefy version. And then this is real beef. Fireball. I don't know how Simon throws his backhand. This thing is freaking crazy. It's like a felon, basically. Yeah. There it is. That's the last of the fairways. Now on to the distance drivers. Starting off, first up, this Fission Photon. The flight numbers on this thing, oh, there's no flight numbers, but this disc is 135 grams. I found it at SPAC, 135 grams. The regular Photon is a -1. This thing is a -10, okay? This is the flippiest disc like ever. And it's because it's 135 grams, so this one is super fun, like super crazy rollers, but found this a long time ago and now it just is on the shelf. Super fun disc, crazy flippy. Next, we have some waves, some Fission waves. This one I found at North Cove, no name or number, but pink Fission, no stamp. And then we got this one, never thrown. This is a sick stamp, the topographic stamp. And if you notice, the lakes and stuff, this is topography of the Maple Hill. And I think the dots are either basket locations or the tee-pad locations. But look at that. Isn't that a sick-ass stamp? I'm losing my voice. Okay, continuing. After the wave. Next up in stability. We'll go with these guys. Alrighty, next up, we have the Jet, Stony Kill Scramble Jet. I used to have a couple neutron ones, but I lost them both. They were similar to like a very flippy trace, like -2 turn, I say. I used to throw them, but not anymore. Next, we have the Vanish. The Vanish is a good mold. I used to throw these as well, like this one. This one was my main one that I threw. It's a Proton Vanish. It has a massive chunk. Cut off the edge. I don't know if you can see that on film. I don't know if you can. But it's a massive chunk. I call it the air brake disc because it has so many scratches on it and that massive chunk out of it. So it probably doesn't go that far. And then we have a Neutron Vanish. This says -3 and it's not. It's like a -1 to -1.5. It's like pretty stable. So for some reason this Neutron Vanish was like really stable. Oh, I'm about to go out of battery. Switch batteries. New battery, but last Vanish I have is this 2022 MVP Open limited edition Vanish. This one's sick. I love this stamp. I love any nature themed stamps, and this one's sick. It looks like it has like, if you know your trees, it kind of looks like a black spruce. There's like these tall, pointy spruce trees that are found in the bogs of upstate New York. And I thought that was cool. It's like one of my favorite trees, so got that. I don't know if it is a black spruce or not, but yeah. Next up, we have the monies, the money discs. Oh. Next up, we have a Zenith, James Conrad line. It's basically a trace. Or a Wraith. It flies super similar, maybe a little bit more glide. But yeah, super fun disc. It's great for like intermediate players, for backhands. Super fun disc. Next up, oh, where did these go? Right there. We have more traces. I have 5 more traces here. So, starting off, we have MVP Open 2021 Sarah Holcomb trace. I don't throw this one because it's blue and purple, but it's a cool disc nonetheless. And then here are some of the ones that I've thrown over the years. Neutron one. This is basically the same one as the one that I have with my logo on it in my bag. Right here. Grab it, come on. Yes, this one. This one will basically fly the exact same. So I used to have this one as a backup, but I guess I didn't really need it. So yeah, fun discs, trace, yellow, neutron. And then we have this plasma trace that I wiped the stamp on, and I threw this black line on it because I thought it would like look cool when it was flying. So, and then I dropped a little die on it. Like I dropped a dot on it, and I was like, oh crap, I messed it up, and then I just made it into a smiley face. So I guess it worked out. Plasma trace is a lot more domey than a regular trace, so it was good for like, and it's more overstable. Good for flex backhands and far forehands. But yeah, that is all the traces that I have. Next up, we'll go with the last of the 11 speeds. Another fission photon. This is a max wave fission photon, but it goes so far for some reason. 1.5, maybe not, maybe like a -1. This thing's kind of beefy, but I guess if you beat it in, it can definitely go into that -1.5 territory. But this thing goes super far for being a max wave. I think it's just because of the gyro, but every time I threw this, it would just bomb. And then we have an Axiom disc proton thrill. This one I got right after I was at the 2021 GMC, and I followed Raven Newsom's card, and he was throwing this disc all over the place. At the end of it, I was like, asked him like, what disc is that you're throwing forehands? And he was throwing it so well. Oh, it's like a thrill. So I was like, all right, fine, go into the shop, buy one. Boom, there you go. Thrill. It was really overstable. He's way better at forehands than me, so yeah, thrill. Cool disc. And next up, we have the final disc of my collection, big boys, the big speed boys. Let's get into it. Final discs. Starting off, we have two Thought Space Synapses that I got at the 2022 MVP Open. They both have this weird impossible triangle stamp. Here's the first one, Cosmic Neutron, I guess. Synapse. And then a plasma one. They're basically like destroyers. Very stable out of the box. Never really had a use for them. But yeah, there we go. Next up, Panic. It looks non-overmold, but it is just that the same overmold's the same color. But this is a cool disc, like highlighter Panic. Very overstable. I think Simon throws this, but I could be wrong. We have, what is this? Teleport? Delirium. Simon throws this one, I know. Lab second Delirium. Crazy stable, like 14 point million speed. But yeah, fun disc. Never really threw it. Never had a reason to. Next, a Nitro. This one is crazy overstable. This is like a 12304, I don't know, something like that. But this is just crazy fast, crazy overstable. Threw it a little bit for like those crazy chopped flesh forehands. But in the last two discs in my collection, we have an Excite and its brother, the Tantrum. 14.5 speed, very similar in the feel hands, just this one's a little bit flippier. This is a -2 versus a -1.5, I guess. But yeah, this one bombs as well if you put it a little bit more flex. But yeah, those two discs both bomb 14.5 speed. And that's it, folks. That's all the discs in my collection. I have none left. But yeah, that's all the discs in my collection, guys. If you like this, if you have any questions about any of this, or if you can tell me if my old Discmania is worth anything, then put a comment down below. But yeah, new video coming out soon. I don't know if it's going to be out by the time this comes out, but if not, go watch it or look forward to it. It's going to be a funny video. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.